Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Coca-Cola Coliseum for the third time this season. Already the third home game of the year for the Toronto Marlies as they host the Springfield Thunderbirds. Marlies 1-1 on the season as they fell the other night against the Cleveland Monsters. They split that two-game set with the Monsters, both teams winning 4-1. And Springfield has been high scoring to start this year. They're averaging 4 goals a game. Here's an early opportunity. They have never beat the Toronto Marlies at home. That is something to keep in mind here as the Marlies look to go 2-1 on the year. Miller, a quick shot that just missed the net. He didn't miss by much as the Thunderbirds have it in their own end, but as we mentioned, they have never beat Toronto here in Toronto. So that is a goal for them here tonight. 2-0 to start the year. As we mentioned, they've scored 4 more goals in both those games. Here's Logan Shaw, has a man with him, but couldn't get the pass across. And now the Thunderbirds have a step the other way. In on Hildeby, the save made by the blocker. Here's Abrazizi for Tommy Miller. Miller's been all over the ice so far. Miller's in, and he just missed the net. Great opportunity for the Marley defenseman, looking for his first of the season. Sent ahead, here come the Thunderbirds. In alone, drop shot, scores! In the slot, a great feed, and the Thunderbirds strike first. It's Michael Pecco with his second of the season. Good start for Springfield again. The open lane by the Toronto Marlies, we've seen that in the last 2 nights. They got to find a way to close that up. It's burning them, and for the second game in a row, they trail here at home. Here's Steves, he'll feed it in. That ricocheted, it goes in behind the net. Marlies have it. Looking, there's a one-time chance. It's fanned on. They get it back. Quick shot. That's blocked. It didn't get through the traffic. And the Thunderbirds are there, but they don't get it out. Marlies now, as that does bounce out off a stick, and they'll re-bring it in. Here's Alex Steves. 3 goals on the year already for Steves. He shoots. That's blocked. It was loose in front. They whacked away, but it never reached the net. Here come the Thunderbirds the other way, dashing in on net, firing, in a good save made by Hildeby on a hot shot. Here's another opportunity, and this one is stopped. It's poked ahead. Here's Villeneuve. Marlies, Villeneuve to Thorberg, back in front, and they couldn't get the swing tapping. Here it's picked up by the Thunderbirds. In over the Toronto line, 6 minutes to play here in the opening period. That's fought off by Hildeby. Pass across, and in their own zone here of Chinnikov. Centers for Ryan Thorberg. Here come the Marlies, looking to start something. Chinnikov is in. He couldn't get the shot away, though. Netminder was down and out, but the Marlies never got the puck. Here come the Thunderbirds out of the zone. 1-0 they lead. Averaging 4 goals a game. They're 2-0 to start the season, and that one was a dangerous opportunity. Here's another big save made by Hildeby. Landisi for the Marlies. Time running out here in the first. Here's a pass. He's in alone. He scores! Ryan Thorberg. And it was a beauty. And the Marlies tie it at 1. No chance for Zarenko on that one. Perfect placement by Ryan Thorberg and the Marlies tie this game at 1. Here's a giveaway to Kiefer Bellows. Bellows with speed for Abrazizi. Quick shot fought off. Marlies to the point. Here's a quick shot, and it's stopped by Zarenko with a minute to go here in the first. 1-1 from Toronto. Third game of the season for both these clubs. The Thunderbirds 2-0, the Marlies 1-1. Draw one back by Toronto, looking to set something up late. Here's an opportunity, and Zarenko again, he gets a high shot to the chest, covers up. Well, the key to this game for the Toronto Marlies, put everything at the net. Zarenko has not allowed more than 2 goals in a game so far this season. He's allowed 2 goals in both starts, and that's it. 7 seconds to go here in the first. Brought out by the Thunderbirds. One last chance for them in the period. From a distance, stopped by Hildeby. We're through 1. 1-1 after 1 here tonight from Toronto. Shots to goal in the game are 8-4 for Springfield. It's 1-1 after 1. The hits 4-2 for the Thunderbirds. Faceoffs 3-2 Toronto. No power plays, 1-1 after 1. Welcome into period 2 from Coca-Cola Coliseum. The Toronto Marlies and the Springfield Thunderbirds back into action. Faceoff won by Shaw and the Marlies ahead. Here comes the captain. Innie couldn't get the shot though and plays it off the boards. Back to the point. It just comes out. And brought back by Toronto again. That's fed ahead to Shaw. That was a turnover. Now Bellows, he's in! Couldn't get the shot though. Abrazizi with control. He'll play it off to Lajoie. Quick shot. Easily handled by Zarenko. No traffic in front. And the Springfield netminder makes it look easy. Marlies have had more time on attack, but the Thunderbirds have more shots on net. And that's because they put everything at the net. Every chance they get. That's the difference between these two teams. The Marlies got to attack as much as they can. They can't wait to pass and shoot. And that's what they've been doing an awful lot. Here's a giveaway. It's picked up by Toronto. Alex Steeves, 3 goals on the season already. He hasn't not scored in a game this year as the save made by Zarenko. Back to the point, Tommy Miller. That was blocked. Good job defensively. Fed back to Miller. Couldn't get the shot off an angle. Now he moves in. Tries the 5-hole, but Zarenko up to the task. He keeps it out. Marlies with a good push to start this period. It's looked a lot better than the opening period. It hasn't reflected on the scoreboard yet. Face-off 1. Marlies with control yet again. Here's Steeves trying to circle off the forecheck of the Thunderbirds. He's pinned, still being pinned now. Tries to get a pass from Niemela, but it was cut off by the Thunderbirds and brought out to center. Back into the Toronto zone. We're just about to hit the halfway mark. 1-1 from Coca-Cola Coliseum here tonight. Marlies will make their first stop against the Texas Stars, it sounds like. Or sorry, not the Texas Stars. The Iowa Wild is where they will make their first landing on the road this season. As it's picked up by Petronero. Or sorry, is that Gambrell? He'll send it around for Abrazizi. Back to the point for Villeneuve. Here's Topi Niemela looking for a shot through traffic. Now Abrazizi gets it away and stopped. The rebound. What a stop by Zarenko. And the Toronto Marlies shaking their heads in disbelief that didn't find a way in. Zarenko unreal in net so far to start this season, and it continues for him. Allowing 2 or fewer goals. We're more than halfway. He's only allowed 1. Here's the pass to Villeneuve, letting it go. There was a tip on that, but it went wide. Bellows in the corner. Marlies keeping it in. Great pressure. Now it comes out, but they'll send it right back in. Niemela around for Bellows. In front of backhand, and it went wide by Logan Shaw. Abrazizi in the corner with it for Bellows. Bellows looking, dishes off. Quick shot, Niemela. That was a broken stick on the play as Niemela's stick did not cooperate. Under 5 to go here in the second. That pass ahead, and it found nobody but the Thunderbirds. They're back in here to the attack, and the save made by Hildeby. His first save of the period, and it had to be a good one. Here's Bellows for Logan Shaw. The captain hasn't scored yet this year. Try to get a shot away. You can hear the fans telling him to shoot. He did not. And this is just probably the biggest problem we've seen so far from Toronto to start the season, is not shooting enough. Too much passing. Here's a drop pass, another pass, and the Marlies get it, and they put it on net. The save was made by Zarenko. Kept in by Tommy Miller. Miller looks for a lane, now shoots it, easy save made. 8 seconds to go in the period. Dropped off, quick shot blocked. Trying to get it back, they put it towards the net. 3 seconds to go in the period. Chipped around, backhander stopped against the post. We're through 2. 1-1 from Coca-Cola Coliseum through 40 minutes tonight. Shots to go in the hockey game, 12-9 Toronto. The time on attack has been huge for them. 9 minutes to the Springfield Thunderbirds, 2 minutes. The hits are 13-3 Springfield, face-off 6-3 Marlies. No power plays, 1-1 after 2. Welcome into the third period. This game could be a different one right now for Toronto, but too much passing results in wasted time and wasted opportunity. Here come the Thunderbirds with a shot, knocked out by the left leg of Hildeby. And now Logan Shaw ahead, the captain for the Marlies. Shaw shooting, saved by Zarenko. Chances both ways to start this third period. Now a penalty coming, and it's going against Toronto for tripping. Springfield Thunderbirds trying to do the impossible. They have never beat the Toronto Marlies here from Coca-Cola Coliseum. They're trying to snap that streak here tonight. Draw one, here's Miller. Up ahead for Dylan Gambrell. Short-handed. Here's Gambrell. He's in alone. Gambrell! And a great poke check by Zarenko. An opportunity to take the lead. And it goes by the wayside on a poke check by Zarenko. Now left alone, but a good block by the Marlies. Looking for their first completed penalty kill of the season. Cleveland went 2 for 2 on the power play in Game 2 of the year. Here's an opportunity. Short-handed. It was loose in front, but Zarenko plays it down. Wrong guy. Here's the chance. It's tipped wide. Now another pass. Marlies attacking here short-handed. They feed it back in for Gambrell. He was chasing after it, but then lost control of where it was. And now it's the Thunderbirds. 10 seconds left on the power play. They enter. Here's the chance to the net. It goes into the corner. Now down low. Picked up again. Pass in the slot. Taken back by the Marlies. Another shot coming. That was blocked. Here comes Toronto. It's Gambrell with Abruzzese. The pass off the boards. Another giveaway. Thunderbirds the other way. They're in alone, but can't get the shot on net. Bellows to Abruzzese. Almost halfway through this third period. They're deadlocked at 1. Marlies with control of the puck. The pass finds Lajoie. Lajoie looking back. Bellows shooting, save, rebound, they couldn't get it. It's loose, and somehow, some way, Zarenko kept it out. But another penalty on the play is coming to the Toronto Marlies. Kiefer Bellows heads off. Springfield back to the power play. Zarenko has been lights out this season so far for the Thunderbirds, allowing 2 or fewer, and now 3 straight starts. There's a shot stopped by Hildeby on the power play attempt, and now the Marlies are there. They get it out, as here's Torberg. He'll feed that ahead. That found Niemela momentarily, but now sent back the other way by the Thunderbirds. On the attack. Here's the chance. Rolling, and it slides wide and in behind the goal. Back out front, that hit the post. Niemela for Villeneuve. A minute to go in the Springfield power play. Here's a shorty. A chance. Big save again, Zarenko. Here's another in a swing and a miss by Villeneuve. It comes out. Zarenko giving his team a chance to beat Toronto here in Toronto for the first time ever, as it stays deadlocked at 1 due to his goaltending. Here's a break, an opportunity, and it's poke check loose in front. A big save by Hildeby. His best of the night. Here's Torberg for Niemela. Couldn't get the shot on net. Now he'll try. There it is. It's stopped. Rebound. They score! They whack away, and it finally finds its way in. Nick Abruzzese gives Toronto their first win of the night. 2-1. Finally rewarded from offensive zone time. Time on the attack comes through as the Toronto Marlies take the lead with 8:34 to go. And for Zarenko, he's been standing on his head all night for this team. They got to find a way to respond. Yeah, Zarenko has been phenomenal in between the pipes for the Thunderbirds. The fans here have been shaking their heads all night. This guy's been bailing them out since puck drop. Face-off won by the Thunderbirds. Here they come through center with it. In over the Toronto line, trying to respond here as fast as they can. The save made by Hildeby. Here's Kokkonen with Abruzzese to Logan Shaw. He shoots! Save made by Zarenko. Logan Shaw trying to get one to fall. It won't. As here come the Thunderbirds with speed. It's Bellows back to it. 5 to play here in the third. Here's a pass up on the wing. Abruzzese. He has the go-ahead goal here in the third. He shoots. That one's off a leg. Back to the point to Kokanen. Here's a chance. There's the shot. It's blocked and it goes into the corner. Shaw to Bellows. Off to Kokanen. Moves in and shoots. Blocker saves Zarenko. Back to the point. Here's a chance off the boards for Shaw. He'll just put it to the net. Save was made. And again, the Thunderbirds need to get it out. They do now. Under 2 to play. Marlies 2, Thunderbirds 1. Nick Abrazizi, the go-ahead goal here in the third. Here's Alex Steves. Breakaway in on Zarenko. He scores! It's already his 4th of the year. And the Toronto Marlies have a 3-1 lead. Steves has scored in every game so far this season. Well, that'll get the fans on their feet. Toronto up by 2 here. 36 seconds on the clock. Thunderbirds running out of time. They will stay winless here in Toronto. They're going to pull the netminder for an extra attacker here. Given away. Clifford almost took it back. Here come the Thunderbirds inside with a shot. Hildaby made the save. Pass ahead. There's Clifford with it. He'll feed that ahead. It comes out. That was Gambrell that tried to find it. Back in they come. 10 seconds left. Here's a chance. In the slot. They whack away, but it won't go. Lajoie to Clifford to the empty net. He scored, but it's not going to count, I believe. But nonetheless, the Toronto Marlies walk away with the victory here tonight. 3-1 over the Springfield Thunderbirds. Well, the Springfield Thunderbirds scored the first goal of the game, but they got lit up by offensive zone time, and finally Toronto came through when it mattered. And Zarenko, for the first time this season, has allowed more than 2 goals in a game. The final score here tonight from Coca-Cola Coliseum, the Toronto Marlies 3, the Springfield Thunderbirds 1.